Hey, this is Kurt Dubb with Bass UTV. Right now, we're going to talk about one of the basic fundamentals of bass fishing. Probably one of the first ways a lot of us learned how to bass fish, Texas rig fishing. Texas rig fishing is so universal in the bass fishing world. I mean, you've got flipping, pitching as your Texas rigging. You've got open water, deep water fishing with the Texas rig. You've got flipping and pitching to cover the Texas, punching with a Texas rig, fishing docks and any type of cover with a Texas rig. There's so many places to use this, and it's very versatile even in the water column. You know, from 2 foot, you can swim it and have great success swimming a Texas rig, as well as just bouncing it on the bottom in 30 or 35 foot of water. So there's so many versatile ways to use the Texas rig, such an important tool for fast fishing and slow fishing. So we're going to talk about all those attributes today right here on Bass University and Texas rig fishing. The first thing that I think is super critical in Texas rig fishing are the lures, right? And so what lures am I going to Texas rig? Well, the simple answer to that is any plastic bait is applicable to Texas rig fishing. And the reason they call it the Texas rig generally is because it's a weedless application. So when you're talking about Texas rig fishing, what we're really talking about is inserting the hook on a plastic rig bait and then inserting it back into the plastic so that it's weedless. You can work it through wood cover, rock cover, grass cover, docks, any type of cover that you want to work a Texas rig bait. It's going to flow through naturally, easily, without getting hung up. So obviously that's really critical in the Texas rig application. The next thing I want to talk about is hook size with type of bait. We talked about that there's various types of baits. We're working with just a strike king worm right here. You can see the wide array of Texas rig type applications. There's one on a soft stick bait. We've got one here on a creature bait, and the different styles of hooks that I like to utilize with the Texas rig is also really important. One of the kind of newer, more trendy applications with the Texas rig is a straight shank hook. That's the way I've got this particular plastic rigged up with this straight shank hook. This is a Hayabusa FPP. This is a 4.0 model right here that we've got. And let's talk real quick about rigging the bait. So we mentioned there's just a huge vast array of plastic baits out there. We're really not going to get into each one of those, but what we do want to get into is how to rig any particular plastic bait. And what's really important about the Texas rig is that it's rigged straight. I can't tell you how important it is that it's rigged properly, and the reason for that is multifaceted. The first one is that first it's going to let your bait glide and work properly based on the design of the plastic that you're using. So that's the first reason why you want to rig it straight. The second reason why is because if you rig it off center or crooked, that bait is going to swirl and spin in the water. It's going to not look lifelike, but also it's really going to hurt your tackle. It's going to twist your line. It's going to really foul up everything you're trying to do. You're not going to be able to cast far. You're going to get all these twists and kinks in your line. It's going to really, kind of get your line to a position where it's not performing well. It's just not going to perform up to the standards of the particular line that you've chosen, whether it's 12 pound or 15 or 20 or whatever it is. It's going to hurt the line in that fashion where it's not going to perform the way that it's manufactured to. So how do you rig it straight? Let's go through that first.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Glusek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.